Death is not the end. In our digital world, it's becoming just a different kind of beginning, a transition. At least not for your social media account. The digital ghost you've been building for years might just outlive you. The reason for this strange new reality? Meta was granted a patent for a new kind of AI. This isn't just another algorithm, it's a system designed to create a digital doppelganger, a persona that can act like you after you are gone. It would learn from everything you ever posted, your photos, your status updates, your likes, comments, and private messages, every digital breadcrumb you've ever left behind. Then, it would keep posting for you, mimicking your voice and personality with chilling accuracy. The goal is to keep your digital presence alive, potentially forever. A ghost in the machine, powered by your own history. It sounds like an episode of Black Mirror. But now, it is patented technology, a concept protected by law. When the patent was discovered, the news spread fast. People felt a mix of shock and a morbid curiosity about what this could mean for their own digital legacy. But mostly, there was a deep collective unease. A feeling that a fundamental line was about to be crossed. Because this technology touches the very core of life, death, grief, and what it even means to be human in an increasingly online world. The patent is called providing a personalized chatbot that is trained using a user's own content. The key phrase, simulation of a user, using a language model. The process is straightforward. Train an AI on your entire digital history to build a predictive model of you. It learns your words, your unique sentence structures, your favorite topics, your inside jokes, even your common typos. It analyzes who you interact with the most and how your tone changes depending on who you're talking to. Then it generates new posts, comments, and even sends direct messages on your behalf. But the patent goes further. It even mentions the possibility of simulated audio or video calls. Imagine getting a video call from a deceased grandparent, wishing you a happy birthday in their own voice. Comforting or terrifying? In response to the public outcry, Meta says they have no current plans to build it. They argue that patents often protect ideas that never ship. Still, the patent proves they are actively thinking about it. They've invested resources to explore and legally protect this very concept, and it aligns with public statements. Zuckerberg has discussed using AI for grief support and creating new ways to interact with memories. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Meta is building powerful new foundation models, Mango for media, and Avocado for language. These next-generation systems, slated for as early as 2026, are focused on advanced coding, reasoning, and building complex world models. The plan is to weave this powerful AI into the fabric of every app they own: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. This means future systems won't just copy your words, they'll be able to generate your likeness, your voice, and your mannerisms, making them feel far more convincing. As these models improve, distinguishing what is real from what is simulated will get harder and harder. That's why everyone is freaking out. It's not just about one patent, it's about the convergence of technology that makes this future feel inevitable. Because the door to that future, once firmly shut, is now creaking open. So how should we feel? It's a complex cocktail of emotions, equal parts caution, and a strange, undeniable wonder. To understand where we're headed, we need to unpack the profound human cost and the powerful business motive driving it all. The biggest challenge with digital immortality isn't technical, it's fundamentally human. The code can be written, the servers can be spun up, but the real question is whether our hearts and minds will ever accept it. Social media works because we believe a real person is there. The entire architecture of our digital lives is built on the assumption of human-to-human connection, however filtered or curated it may be. We've seen what happens when that assumption is broken. Meta tried celebrity chatbots, hoping star power would make us engage. But people found them hollow, a cheap imitation. The project was a high-profile failure. They shut it down within a year. The lesson is clear. If we reject fake celebrities, why would we accept a fake grandmother? The emotional stakes are infinitely higher. Experts remind us that large language models are sophisticated pattern matchers, not soul readers. They replicate syntax and style, but they don't possess consciousness, memory, or feeling. For most people, the available data is too thin. A lifetime of emails, texts, and posts can't capture a person's full essence. The resulting clone becomes a caricature, repeating catchphrases without context. This is the world of grief tech, and it's an ethical minefield. On one hand, some may find genuine comfort in hearing a familiar voice or receiving a text that feels like their lost loved one. But Cambridge researchers warn this could be a dangerous crutch. It may block the necessary painful process of healthy grieving, trapping people in a loop of digital denial. Part of mourning is accepting finality. We need to let the dead be dead. The risks are magnified for the vulnerable. Imagine a child being told by a bot, "Your parent is still here, you can talk to them." One wrong message, an out-of-character phrase, a nonsensical reply, could cause deep and lasting psychological harm. The bot doesn't understand psychology. It can't know what to say, or more importantly, what not to say. It has no capacity for empathy. This raises a profound legal and philosophical question. Who owns your digital identity after you die? Is it your family, the tech company? A lifetime of data, your personal thoughts and private messages, could be used to train a commercial AI. Most of us never plan our digital afterlife. We don't leave instructions for our online accounts, let alone for our potential AI clones. The law is struggling to keep pace. 23 states have laws that protect a person's post-mortem name, voice, and likeness. But they weren't written for this. Consent gets messy. Who decides whether to create a digital ghost, a spouse, a child, the platform that holds the data? What if they disagree? The market is real. Microsoft patented a similar idea back in 2021, envisioning chatbots based on the data of specific people. But the law hasn't caught up, leaving a dangerous vacuum where technology outpaces regulation. We're already seeing how even simple recording tools test our social contracts of trust and privacy. Viral clips are posted without consent. Schools are raising alarms about wearable cameras disrupting the classroom. With every new feature, there are new risks. Our social norms are still forming, lagging far behind the tech. If we can't govern a pair of glasses, how can we possibly hope to govern digital ghosts? And what about the inevitable commercial pressures? Could grief bots sell products, subtly influencing the bereaved? Many fear a grotesque commercialization of memory, where our most intimate relationships become a new frontier for targeted advertising. The line between comfort and exploitation is razor thin, and the potential for misuse is enormous. We need to have this debate now, in public with transparency, and including voices from all communities. This isn't a decision for a handful of developers in Silicon Valley. The core principle must be human dignity. Social platforms are built on a simple, powerful engine: engagement. Every like, comment, and share fuels the machine, keeping the digital world spinning and the business model humming. But when someone leaves, or dies, that engagement stops. Their data stream goes silent. Their network of friends becomes less active. From a purely operational perspective, the patent frames this absence as a platform problem, a disruption in the flow of data. AI clones offer a solution. They could keep the content flowing, friends engaged, and the data growing, long after a person is gone. More engagement, more content, more data. It's the core loop of the attention economy, and that data has a clear purpose. By 2026, Meta wants its AI to generate and target ads almost entirely automatically. They've already rolled out a suite of new ad tools, from image to video generation to automated brand consistency checks. For this system, a constant stream of simulated user content would be gold for training and refining those powerful ad models. The appeal extends even to the living, non-stop posting, automated DMs, and perpetual reach for creators and brands. In this relentless pursuit of growth, the line between person and product starts to blur, and it's all happening inside a much larger contest. The global AI race is on. Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, Elon Musk, Jensen Huang. The titans of tech are locked in a high-stakes competition. NVIDIA's hardware powers the training boom. Everyone is chasing artificial general intelligence, or AGI. GPT, Gemini, Grok. The models multiply as the technological and financial stakes get higher every day. Meta's own superintelligence lab is pushing for world models, AI that can reason, plan, and act in complex environments. But in this frantic rush to innovate and wow the public, critical safeguards and ethics can take a back seat. We've already lived through the unintended consequences of moving too fast. rampant misinformation, devastating mental health impacts, and systemic privacy erosion. Time and again, powerful, new technology lands in our lives before the social norms and legal frameworks exist to manage it. Patenting digital clones fits this pattern perfectly. Innovate first, ask for forgiveness later. But death and grief are sacred human experiences. Mistakes here don't just disrupt a platform, they cut deep into our lives. This brings us to a critical crossroads, a moment of profound choice. On one path, the line between the living and the dead blurs into a seamless stream of content. There's wonder in that idea, and there's also undeniable terror, but there is another path. We don't have to reject technology outright, we can choose to design with dignity. This means putting meaningful control back into users' hands. It requires explicit, informed, and ongoing consent, not buried clauses in terms of service. It demands a broader conversation, one that includes lawmakers, ethicists, psychologists, and, most importantly, you. We must ask the hard questions. Should there be a fundamental right to digital oblivion? How do we balance innovation against the right to be forgotten? Ultimately, what do we value more? An endless feed of simulated content, or the beauty of an authentic, finite life? Meta's new AI is freaking everyone out. So here's the question we all need to answer. What should happen to your digital self when you're gone?